All right, welcome to another edition of Quizzing in Quarantine, our final edition of February, perhaps our final edition for a while. We haven't really figured that one out yet. But what it is for sure tonight is our final culmination of our fundraising efforts for the incredible Downey Wenjack Fund, which we've been supporting all month and which has been supporting us through some questions they provided, some amazing prizes they provided, and some great opportunities to sort of learn and become more familiar with this incredible organization. So welcome, happy Friday. I hope everyone had a nice week. I hope it's getting warmer wherever you are, probably getting a little bit lighter as well. We've got about 100 or so folks on the stream already, or 70 some odd. We'll give it a couple more minutes for people to join in. I realized I didn't put the link in all the places that I normally do in an average week. So I'm gonna give it a couple minutes and I'm gonna share the link in a couple more places so that if folks want to join in, they know where to find us. Got to get better at the self-promotion game. Give me a second or two, and I'll give you guys a chance to get sorted, get your beverages standing by. Beverage of choice this evening, as it's been all month, has been Steam Whistle. You know, as much as a part of the month that Downey Wenjack has been, equal credit goes to Steam Whistle, who have really made this possible and supported us and are the presenting sponsor this month. So thank you to Steam Whistle. Hopefully everyone there is doing well. I know they've been working hard throughout the pandemic, despite not being able to operate their business as they normally do. But they've been so supportive, which means an incredible amount. So I'm just going to share this link. It's on Twitter. Let's see here. I will also share in the chat the link to the scorecard, which you'll need if you want to track your score and compete for points and prizes tonight. All right, let me share the scorecard. Is that a new piece of Downey art, a Gordy art? Maybe I had this here last week, and I thought I'd just keep it up because it's so lovely. It's by a Toronto artist named Tony Taylor, and he depicts different Canadian institutions, human institutions, I guess. There's one of Terry Fox that's really cool as well. But yeah, this is a little painting of Gord Downey as a bear. And you know, keeping Gord's spirit alive all month, I figured we'd keep it on the fireplace. Yeah, same one as last week. I was going to bring in, I'll show you just as we get started, one of my pride and joys, but it is large, it didn't really have a place. But this is the, oh, the light's not. That's a poster from the final hip show ever in Kingston on August 20th, 2016 that I picked up. I was lucky enough to be at that show and bought this, like the last poster I think they sold, and I got it very luckily. Anyway, so lots of, yeah, it's been fun this month, you know, paying tribute to the hip and being able to look back on some of their music and turn it into trivia. But tonight, we're focused on some other topics. We got a lot going on in the world. If you're a movie buff, this might be your week because there's lots of movie questions this week. What else? Just a sort of random sampling of trivia that could win you some amazing prizes. And there is one very, very special grand prize tonight. I hyped this up last week, and I've tweaked the rules a little bit. I'm going to share the link to our fundraising efforts. As you know, we've been trying to raise $5,000 in the month of February for the Downie Wenjack Fund, supporting Indigenous learning throughout this country in the memory of Cheney Wenjack and obviously Gord Downie. If you are inclined, I hope that you'll find it in you to donate a bit of money. And tonight, as incentive, as we near our $5,000 goal, we're at $3,305 right now. So we have a bit of a ways to go tonight, but there's incentive. If you are able to, this evening, support us with a $20 donation, you will be eligible to compete in our final trivia night, trivia question of the month, which is numerically based. It's a bit of a, you know, anyone's guess. And I'm going to announce it a little later in this evening for anyone who tonight has donated $20 or more. The $20 is the minimum. And for those people who've donated, I'll share with you a link. And at the end of the evening, you will have a chance to win an amazing prize pack from our sponsors. So that prize pack will include a Downie Wenjack toque, a really great Downie Wenjack hoodie that I don't even have myself, a Downie Wenjack pin, 12-pack of Steam Whistle beer, as well as a pound of coffee for our friends at Reunion Coffee. That is the colossal Quizzing in Quarantine prize pack, and all it takes to be eligible to win that is a $20 donation to the Downie Wenjack Fund, which I believe is, you get a tax receipt for, I think. So I'm sharing that link now, and you have to stay tuned for the evening to find out how you can, you'll find out the question that you'll need to answer. So there's the donate link, and that's pretty much all you need to know, I think. 10 rounds of trivia tonight, as always. I'll explain each round as we go through the night. As I know, the questions in the format can be a little confusing. If you're a loyal drinker and thinker or quizzing and quarantiner, you'll be happy to know that the before and after round is back tonight in a very special way, I feel. So get ready for that. We'll give it just a couple more seconds and then we'll get underway. I've heard from some players who also happen to be parents that starting a little after 8 is better because it takes a little bit of time to get kids put down to bed on a Friday night. And keep in mind, we are still looking around for a sponsor for the month of March if we decide to return. So if you are interested in sponsoring Quizzing in Quarantine, reach out via drinkthinkto@gmail.com and we can talk about maybe what the month of March might look like. All right, we got over 120 people now, 120 streams, which is enough to get us started. Round number 1 of the evening is things I think you should know, 10 general knowledge trivia questions. Each question is worth a single point. We will take up the answers at the end of the first 2 rounds. We'll go through the questions for round 1 and then round 2, and then we'll take a pause and take up the answers, and we'll welcome all the teams to play. For this round, I'll read the questions twice, and one's at the end of the round. Each question is worth a single point, unless otherwise noted. And with that, we begin tonight's Quizzing in Quarantine. Here we go. Question number 1, things I think you should know. In what country is the opera Aida and the musical of the same name by Elton John and Tim Rice set? This was a big Broadway blockbuster maybe a decade or so ago, maybe more now. Aida, spelled A-I-D-A. It is famously set in a particular country. Name that country. Question number 1, again, just to recap. In what country is the opera Aida and the musical by the same name, written by Elton John and Tim Rice, set? Question number 2. Which dinosaur, when its name is translated from the Latin, its Latin origin, means swift robber? Which dinosaur, when it has its name translated from its original Latin, means swift robber? Question number 3, things I think you should know. What city are you in if you find yourself visiting the Anne Frank house? Question number 3. What city are you visiting if you find yourself in the Anne Frank house? Question number 4. In the world of municipal affairs, what do the letters in the word NIMBY stand for? Those letters NIMBY, you might hear it referred to as NIMBYism, but what do the letters in the word NIMBY stand for when talking about municipal affairs? Question number 5. In what TV series that was on the air from 2009 until 2016 would you find characters like Alicia Florrick, Kalinda Sharma, and Diane Lockhart? Perhaps not an easy question if you didn't watch this TV series, though if you did watch it, this should be a little more accessible. Question number 5. In what TV series on the air from 2009 until 2016 would you find characters like Alicia Florrick, Kalinda Sharma, and Diane Lockhart? Question number 6. Of the 19 countries that use the euro as their national currency, this is the country with the largest population. Of the 19 countries that the euro is used as a national currency, this is the one with the largest population, the most amount of people. Question number 7, this is not an easy one, but if you know, maybe you know. Of what country did Kwame Nkrumah become president in 1960? Last name spelled Nkrumah. Of what country did Kwame Nkrumah become president in 1960? Every week, question number 8 is a Know Your News question, a question from the news cycle from the past 7 days. Here's that question this week. Name the toy that this week transitioned to becoming gender neutral. Number 8 again. Name the toy that this past week it was announced is transitioning to becoming gender neutral. Question number 9, things I think you should know. Name the Canadian who in the year 1983 became the first Indigenous person to win an Oscar. Here's a hint though. It was for her work on a song, not on a film. This song has been stuck in my head ever since I took the suggestion from the Danny Wenjack Fund folks to include a question about her in my trivia round. I'm not complaining about that because it's a good song. And yeah, thank you so much to Kaylee and to everybody at the Danny Wenjack Fund for supplying us with some questions about Canada's Indigenous culture and history and heritage for use throughout the month this week. It's made our trivia better. Here again is question number 9. Name the Canadian who in 1983 became the first Indigenous person to win an Oscar. Here's a hint. It was for her work on a song, not on a film. And finally, question number 10. With its independence declared on July 9th, 2011, it is widely recognized as the world's newest country. Can you name it? It's been a country now for almost a decade. It'll be a decade this summer. But it still holds the honor or badge of being the world's newest country. You'll get a single point if you can name it. So great, guys. I'm just checking our fundraising efforts. We've raised over $400 in just the last couple minutes. We're up to $3,730. Keep in mind, all it takes is a $20 donation to enter into our grand prize opportunity to answer a question at the end of the night and win an amazing prize pack. Those are the 10 questions that make up round number 1. I'm going to go back and read each one of those questions very briefly before we move on to round number 2. Here again is question number 1 in things I think you should know. In what country is the opera Aida and the musical of the same name by Elton John and Tim Rice set? Aida is spelled A-I-D-A. Question number 2. Which dinosaur, when translated from the Latin origins, means swift robber? Question number 3. What city are you in if you find yourself visiting the Anne Frank house? Question number 4. In the world of municipal affairs, what do the letters in the word NIMBY stand for? NIMBY. Question number 5. In what TV series on the air from 2009 until 2016 would you find characters with names such as Alicia Florrick, Kalinda Sharma, and Diane Lockhart? Question number 6. Of the 19 countries that the euro is used as a national currency, this is the one with the highest population. Name that country. Question number 7. Of what country did Kwame Nkrumah become president in 1960? Question number 8, know your news. Name the toy that this week transitioned to becoming gender neutral. Question number 9, name the Canadian who in 1983 became the first Indigenous person to win an Oscar. And as a hint, this person, she did not win it for her work specifically on a film, but her work on a song. And finally, number 10, with its independence declared on July 9th, 2011, it is widely recognized as the world's newest country. Can you name it? Again, those are the 10 questions. We will now move on to round number 2, which every week we generally call the 10. Here's how this works. I'm going to give you a broad topic. You have to write down 10 things that belong on this list or as a part of this topic. And you'll get a single point for every correct answer. I'm going to give an option, there are more than 10 things on this list, but you will only get points for up to 10 items. You cannot list more than 10. Got it? And we'll say tonight, I would say 8 questions tonight. Or sorry, 8 minutes rather. I'm going to put 8 minutes on the clock. Tonight tests your knowledge of geography, physical geography over political geography, but there's still some elements of the latter. The question tonight, can you name 10 of the world's 16 biggest islands? The biggest islands. Continental land masses are not part of this, so I'll say right after that, Australia, for the purposes of this experiment, not an island. The Americas, not islands. Asia, not an island. But pretty much everything else is considered an island. 8 minutes on the clock, starting now. checking on the time, just under 5 minutes left in this round. 5 minutes to name 10 of the world's 16 biggest islands. And you need the proper name of the island in order to get the point. Great question, Wilson. Think big. Like, obviously, like Jersey wouldn't be considered part of Great Britain itself from a landmass perspective. So we're not thinking, Laura, we're not thinking sort of in terms of countries. Some of these islands might have more than one country on them. Think less about political boundaries and more about the island. I'll be slightly flexible with the name of the island, just slightly. But you have to attempt. You can't just go for the country name. You got to go for the island name. All right, I lost track of time, but my timer didn't. That's it. Time to put down your writing utensils and we will conclude round 2, and we will take up the answers from both round 1 and round 2. I'll check the chat, just I was getting a little distracted there, make sure no one was asking any pertinent questions. Doesn't appear to be. All right, so we'll go back in time to round 1. We'll take up the answers to those first 10 questions. Each of those questions worth a single point. Keep in mind, I'm judge, jury, and executioner in this little exercise, so if you don't like the answer I have, sorry. Sounds harsh, but not a democracy. All right, here we go. Starting with question number 1. In what country is the opera Aida set? It was also a Broadway musical by Elton John and Tim Rice. That would be Egypt, set in Egypt. Question number 2. The dinosaur whose name, when translated from its original Latin, means swift robber, that would be a velociraptor. Think velocity, speed, raptor, robber, I guess. Question number 3, in what city are you in if you find yourself visiting the Anne Frank house? That would be Amsterdam. Amsterdam's the answer. Number 4, in the world of municipal affairs, the word NIMBY is an acronym. The letters in it stand for not in my backyard. Question number 5, the TV series that had characters in it like Alicia Florrick, Kalinda Sharma, and Diane Lockhart, those are all characters from the long-running TV series The Good Wife. Number 6, of all the countries, 19 of them that use the euro as their national currency, the largest in terms of population is Germany. Question number 7, President Nkrumah led this country to independence and became its first president. That country, one of the first to achieve independence in Africa during the post-colonial era, was Ghana. Big statue, I think a national grave dedicated to Nkrumah, who actually studied at the University of Pennsylvania before returning to his country, is Ghana. The toy this week that announced it was transitioning to a gender-neutral identity now is, well, I should qualify its proper name, Potato Head. No longer Mr. Potato Head or Mrs. Potato Head, simply Potato Head. Question number 9, the Canadian who in the year 1983 became the very first Indigenous person to win an Oscar. She's had a long and incredibly successful and storied career as a musician, Buffy Sainte-Marie. Buffy Sainte-Marie is number 9. And number 10, the newest country in the world, now almost a decade old. Back to Africa we go for this answer. It's South Sudan. Is the newest formal country in the world, South Sudan. All right, that is, those are the 10 questions that make up round number 1. On to the answers for the 10. And I decided to include 16 because I think for many of us, number 16 is one of our favorite islands, at least as Canadians. The 16th largest island in the world is Newfoundland. Newfoundland is number 16. Some of these, I'll be honest, I've not even heard of. I'm embarrassed to say. Luzon, which is an island in the Philippines. Luzon is number 15. North Island of New Zealand. I guess its name is just North Island, but if you put New Zealand's North Island, I will accept that as a point. North Island, New Zealand is number 14. Number 13, Java, the largest island, or one of the largest islands in Indonesia. Number 12, New Zealand's South Island. South Island. If you just put New Zealand, here's where I'll be kind. I will give you a single point. You should know that it's 2 islands, but if you just put New Zealand, you'll get a single point. Number 11, Sulawesi, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing. This is another large island in Indonesia, but Sulawesi is number 11. Number 10, the second of a number of Canadian islands on this list. Number 10 is Ellesmere Island. Ellesmere Island. Number 9, going back to your question, Wilson, Great Britain. Now that includes England, Scotland, and Wales. So if you put the United Kingdom, it's not correct because it doesn't include Northern Ireland. But Great Britain is the name of that island that includes those 3 countries. Number 8, Victoria Island, which is located in Canada's north, part of Northwest Territories and Nunavut. Victoria Island is number 8. Number 7 is Honshu. That's the largest island in Japan, and the island that Tokyo is located on, Honshu. Number 6, Sumatra. Sumatra is number 6. Number 5, the largest Canadian island on this list, Baffin Island, is the 5th largest island in the world. Number 4 is Madagascar. Number 4 is Madagascar. Number 3 is Borneo. Number 2 is New Guinea. And the largest island in the world is Greenland. I'll go back and repeat those one more time. Jacob, yeah, I wasn't saying that Northern Ireland isn't in the UK. I was saying it's not part of the island of Great Britain, which is why the United Kingdom is Scotland, Wales, England, and Northern Ireland. Great Britain is not. Bit of a technicality, but all right. Going back really quickly, recapping this list, you needed as many of these as possible, up to 10 points. Newfoundland, Luzon, North Island of New Zealand, Java, South Island of New Zealand, Sulawesi, Ellesmere Island, Great Britain, Victoria Island, Honshu, Sumatra, Baffin Island, Madagascar, Borneo, New Guinea, which, to your question, Sodom, is New Guinea includes parts of Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. That's number 2, and number 1 is Greenland. Ireland is on, I think, in the 20th. Somewhere here, someone mentioned Ireland. It is a large island too, Ireland, but it's not one of the 16 largest islands. All right, well done, teams. That's the completion of rounds 1 and rounds 2. Now what you have to do is use that scorecard, which I can, or I'll post it again, the Google Doc link. I see some results already coming in, which is great. Thank you for that. If you don't have this link, we have Jennifer with us tonight. Jennifer's the champion from last week. Kindly gave away her penultimate prize because she happens to work at Steam Whistle. Hopefully everyone, including Jennifer, is able to figure out the link this week. All right, a couple more seconds to enter your team name and your initial scores, and then we will welcome all the teams formally to this evening of nerdiness. Oh, I'll also provide an update. How close are we getting? Oh, we are $10 away from being only $1,000 away from our fundraising goal of $5,000 for February for the Downey Wenjack Fund. Keep in mind, after what's going to happen, I'm going to close the entry period for the final question of the month. I'm going to close it as we head into round 5 and 6. And I'm going to give you a chance to well, I'll tell you what the question is and then give you a chance to answer it. Again, anyone who donates $20, and someone asked, Nora asked, and I feel like a bit of an asshole saying this, but Nora asked, oh, if I donated previously, can I still guess? I'm going to say no, just because I really want to squeeze out every last possible donation tonight. It's only $20. You're sitting at home, probably not spending as much money as you would if you've been out at a bar, paying for a babysitter, paying for drinks. And I really can't say enough about the work that the Downey Wenjack Fund is doing. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of that work in a minute, involving schools and teachers and educators in our country. So if you can, I'm encouraging you. I'm not counting people who've donated in the past, which I know is kind of an asshole move, but it's done with the best of intentions to get us close to our $5,000 goal. So here we go. Without further ado, I will welcome all teams who are playing tonight. As I mentioned before, this is a great time to go and get yourself a drink from the fridge or a snack, because this will take a minute, because there are quite a few teams battling it out tonight for our prizes. I should also mention, in addition to the grand prize, we also have some great prizes from all of our sponsors for teams that just do well tonight. You don't need to donate or spend any money to win those. Here we go. In no particular order, the teams who are competing with us tonight are the team at the end of the home bar, Portal Pilgrims, circle, dot, wish I had my COVID shot. Yep. Billy Ray Virus, crustaceanhub.com, A Case of the Mondays, Quiz and Quarantinos. What we have here is a failure to inoculate. Well done. We Don't Know Jack, 1 Zone, 2 Zone, Red Zone, Blue Zone, Tit Soup for the Quarantine Soul, 469, Yoga Time, You're a Quizzard Harry, 2 Zool for School, D's Nuts, Burr, It's Cold in Here, Beef Tenderloin, Nautical Quizaster, Per Ardua ad AstraZeneca, Rainbow Super Friends, Cabin Fever Fight Club, Corona with Lime, Live in Covida Aloca, There's a Fungus Among Us, Fit for the Pit, oh, nice Street Sense reference, Threat Level Midnight, Back and Forth, COVID-69, The Rug Really Tied the Room Together, Rock Bottom, Bitch, I'm Moderna, still probably my favorite team name of this whole experiment, A&O Quizinators, Montreal versus The Bachelor, Try Hard with a Vengeance, Jen and Sandy and Laura, Trivia Quizzards. Jen's back, everybody. Jackie COVID Channing Tatum, a straight couple, a biometric couple, and some homos walk into a bar. Their team name, not my editorialization. Happy Birthday Bryant, halfway to 60. Star Wars Return of the Flea. Team Fine Balance, who I understand welcomed a new team member in the last month. I just learned that due to Instagram. Congratulations to Team Fine Balance and their beautiful, growing, beer-loving family. Penny and the Jets, Moxie and Me, Mid-Packers, All by Myself, Everybody's Working for the Weekend featuring Daft Punk, R.I.P. I should have included some Daft Punk questions this week. I missed out on that. Look at All Those Chickens, Quizzy McGuire, The Retirees, Big Brian Academy, We Still Like the Stonk, Bat Moose and Quizzly Bears, Thigh Masters of the Universe, Abies and a Bay Return, welcome back, Panic Level Midnight, Fubar, Gray Zone Blues, YTV's Weird on Wheels, Baby Yoda's, Monocle Whores, Not in Mackay's Backyard, Are We Humans or are we humans or are these answers? Joy Fuck Club, mature. I Want My Vaccine AstraZeneca, I like that too. Bitch, I'm Moderna, has competition. Honey Wagon Swampers, Beercle on Parliament Street, and finally, Driving Down the Corduroy Road. Wow, that's a long list of teams, and thank you to all those teams who have registered this evening. In case you're wondering what the average score was for round one and round two. For round one, which was the things I think you should know, the average score was 7. For round two, the round about islands, 7 as well. So if you have scored a total of over 14, congratulations, you're doing very well. You're above average. If not, don't worry. There's still 4 rounds of trivia to go, including some pretty intense movie rounds, which I know trivia nerds often go nuts for. So, but before we get to those rounds, we've got one more round of things I think you should know, 10 more general knowledge trivia questions, each question worth a point. Each question will get asked twice and once at the end of the round, and those questions begin now. Here we go. Question number 1, round number 3 is this. Oh, where'd my questions go? Hold on. Here we go. Question number 1. What word that is Sanskrit for great soul was used as a nickname for Gandhi? People may think this is his birthday, and it wasn't. What word, Sanskrit for great soul, was used as a nickname for Gandhi? Question number 2. What 1996 book by author Nicholas Sparks went on to become the 15th highest grossing romantic drama film of all time? It was a 1996 book by Nicholas Sparks, a movie that was released then subsequently thereafter at some point after 1996, and it would go on to become the 15th highest grossing romantic drama of all time. I see some questions coming in on the chat. I should go back and check them out. That's okay, Michelle. I will, if you tell me that you scored over or donated over $20, I will take your word for it, and I will still get you the link for entering the final question of the night. Question number 2, round number 3. Here it is. Sorry, question number 3, round number 3. Here it is. In February of 1996, chess champion, a human chess champion was defeated by an IBM computer. What was the name of that computer? It was back in 1996 that this computer beat Garry Kasparov, a human chess champion. Garry Kasparov was the human in the match, but you need to know the name of the computer. That is question number 3. Question number 4. At what time and on what day does Billy Joel's regular crowd shuffle in? I'm not going to give a lot of context there. You got to kind of figure it out there. Holy shit, guys. We are at $4,845. We are just $155 away from our goal. Man, I get the warm and fuzzy feelings every time I see these numbers go up. It's like bringing me back to November when you guys absolutely blew the lid off our fundraising initiative for Food Banks Canada. Wow. Again, question number 4. At what time and on what day does Billy Joel's regular crowd shuffle in? Question number 5 from the world of sports. Who broke 5 different track and field records within 45 minutes on the 25th of May, 1935? Question number 5 again. Who broke 5 different track and field records within 45 minutes on the 25th of May, 1935? Question number 6. In what world city will you find Sugarloaf Mountain? I'm not necessarily saying that would be the name that it would be referred to in wherever it is in the world, but that is how we would know it. Again, in what world city will you find Sugarloaf Mountain? Question number 7. What historic event occurring on December 6, 1917 involved the SS Mont Blanc and the SS Emo? Number 7. What historic event occurring on December 6, 1917 involved the SS Mont Blanc and the SS Emo? Emo spelled I-M-O. Question number 8. Of the 5 boroughs found in New York City, this is the one with the fewest characters in its name. Number 8, of the 5 boroughs in New York City, this is the borough that has the fewest characters in its name. Question number 9. Name the author responsible for books like The Count of Monte Cristo, getting cooking on the brain. Count of Monte Cristo, The Man in the Iron Mask, and The Three Musketeers. Number 9 again. Name the author responsible for books like The Count of Monte Cristo, The Man in the Iron Mask, and The Three Musketeers. And finally, rounding out the things I think you should know in this round, and thanks again to the amazing staff at the Downey Wenjack Fund for providing great questions. I didn't get through them all this month, so we will continue using them throughout the coming incarnations of Quizzing in Quarantine, whatever that might look like. But thank you to them, and thank you for helping us broaden our trivia knowledge base. Here's number 10. Which province in Canada is home to the largest Indigenous population? This is not per capita, this is entire size of the Indigenous population. What Canadian province is home to the country's largest Indigenous population? Holy, thank you, Sean, for bringing my attention to that. My God, we have surpassed our goal. Oh my man, oh. And some incredibly generous donations coming in from people. You know, hopefully we all sort of see just the work that the Downey Wenjack Fund does, but wow, guys, that is absolutely incredible. $5,250 for Downey Wenjack in the memory of Gord Downey and in the memory of recognizing the importance of learning about and being better Canadians when it comes to our awareness of Indigenous issues in this country. All right, those are the 10 questions. I will go back and read them each one more time before we move on to round number 4. Here we go. Question number 1. What word, Sanskrit for great soul, was used as a nickname for Gandhi? Question number 2. What 1996 book by author Nicholas Sparks went on to become the 15th highest grossing romantic drama film of all time? Question number 3. In February 1996, chess champion Garry Kasparov was defeated by an IBM computer. Do you remember that computer's name? Question number 4. At what time and on what day does Billy Joel's regular crowd shuffle in? Question number 5. Who broke 5 different track and field records within 45 minutes on the 25th of May, 1935? Question number 6. In what world city will you find Sugarloaf Mountain? Question number 7. What historic event occurring on December 6, 1917 involved the SS Mont Blanc and the SS Emo? Question number 8. Of the 5 boroughs in New York City, this is the one that has the fewest number of characters in its name. Question number 9. Name the author responsible for books like The Count of Monte Cristo, The Man in the Iron Mask, and The Three Musketeers. And finally, which of Canada's 10 provinces is home to the country's largest Indigenous population? All right, that is round number 3. We'll take a moment and just pat ourselves on the back again for incredible fundraising. And then we will move on to the Picture This round. I am going to share with you a link right now to a PDF document. I'm going to make sure, first of all, that I've made the sharing permissions accurate. Let's see, restricted link. Anyone with the link. Copy link. Here we go. You're going to have, let's do 7 minutes tonight because I feel like you guys will do well in this round. Oh, Jennifer, how is Indigenous decided? Self-ID. Good question. I don't actually have the answer to that, but I don't think it necessarily impacts the answer to this question, so I will, but I'm not able to give you a proper answer. Here we go. I'm sharing in the chat right now. Let's see, here it is. Picture this. 7 minutes. It's going to be self-explanatory. It is celebrating the fact that the Golden Globes are on Sunday. Every single screen grab contains a scene from a movie that has won a Best Picture Golden Globe, either in the drama category or the comedy musical category. You have to simply name the film title, and you'll get a single point for every correct film you can identify. Uh, 7 minutes on the clock. I should start that. And go. Hopefully everyone's able to open it. Some of these are tough, I will admit, but you're a smart group. 4.5 minutes left in this round. 4.5 minutes to identify the films that those scenes are taken from. All of them are Golden Globe winners. Jennifer, you just get a single point for the film title. There's 10 points up for grabs in this round. So that's it. Just under 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go in this round, guessing the films that those scenes are taken from. Thirty-second countdown. All right, that is time. Time to take up the answers from rounds 3 and rounds 4. We'll start with round number 3. Again, each question in this round is worth a single point if you got it correct. Starting with question number 1, I asked what word in Sanskrit or the Sanskrit word for great soul was used as a nickname for Gandhi. Until I did research into this question, thought it was actually his first name, but Mahatma was actually a nickname and meaning great soul in Sanskrit. Mahatma is the answer. Number 2, the 1996 book by Nicholas Sparks that exploded in popularity as a book, but certainly as a film as well, starring 2 famous Canadians. The Notebook. The Notebook is the answer. Number 3, the name of the IBM computer that competed against Garry Kasparov in 1996 was Deep Blue. At what time and what day does Billy Joel's regular crowd shuffle in? That would be 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Doesn't distinguish between AM and PM, so I will accept either. Question number 5. Who broke 5 different track records in 1935? That would be Jesse Owens, all in a span of 45 minutes. Number 6, in what world city will you find Sugarloaf Mountain? It's in Brazil. It is in Rio de Janeiro is the name of the city. That iconic mountain is located in. Number 7, the historic event occurring on December 6, 1917. SS Mont Blanc collided with the SS Emo, a massive event of sort of at that point, historic proportions never seen before. It was the Halifax explosion. Halifax explosion decimated that beautiful city. Number 8, of the 5 boroughs in New York City, this is the one with the fewest characters. It edges out the Bronx, I think, by 2 characters. It is Queens. Queens, with 6 characters versus the Bronx's 8. Number 9, name the author responsible for books like The Count of Monte Cristo, Man in the Iron Mask, and 3 Musketeers. That would be Alexandre Dumas. And number 10, finally, which province is home to the largest Indigenous population in Canada? It might not seem the most obvious, but with 14.5 million Canadians living in this province here, Ontario also has the largest Indigenous population in the country. 8 out of 10 of our country's Indigenous residents live in this province of Ontario. There is, I know, a Sugarloaf Mountain in Maine, but I said city. And I recognize that it's some slight confusion, but people are disputing Bronx, but I don't think it's called Bronx. I think it's called the Bronx. Let me look up. Yeah, the Bronx. It's not. It's the Bronx. It wouldn't be ever just called Bronx. So you need to have the in there. Therefore, Queens is the shortest name in terms of character count. No one. I said characters, yeah. Well, I didn't ask. Written on the subway sign in New York City, what borough is shortest in length? Well, you guys are getting really specific with these questions. The Bronx, I think it is the Bronx Zoo. I don't think it's just Bronx Zoo. What a weird word to say. I've never said that word more than once in a day, let alone sentence. This is where I go back to the fact it is called Bronx Zoo. But anyway, I'm sticking with the Bronx. Queens is the correct answer. Not hearing anything else about it. But you are right, Kathy, on that one point. Had I asked the name of the zoo, that'd be different. All right. Moving on to the movie round. This is a little more cut and dry, hopefully. Movie number 1, one of the more recent films on the list, was Moonlight. Moonlight. Number 2, somewhat tough, but if you looked in the background of this shot, you actually saw someone playing this instrument, and you figure that out, you might have gotten Fiddler on the Roof is number 2. Number 3, that's Brad Pitt in that frame on the phone, calling back to the United States, I think from Morocco, or wherever he was at the time, in the film Babel. Number 4, another one of the more, I think the oldest film on this list, that would be Bridge on the River Kwai, is number 4. Number 5, it's a much younger Dustin Hoffman, starring in Kramer versus Kramer with Meryl Streep, who we don't see in that frame. Number 6, Dances with Wolves. That's Kevin Costner there. Number 7, another older film on this list, in An American in Paris, great movie musical, American in Paris. Number 8 is Lost in Translation. Lost in Translation. Number 9, hard to believe this film won a Golden Globe, but it did. Best comedy about 10 or 15 years ago. The Hangover is number 9. And finally, number 10, Andy McDowell and the French actor Gerard Depardieu in Green Card. That might have been the genius point in the round. Not sure if anyone else or if anyone was able to get Green Card, but that is number 10, Green Card. Before we, or as you now take your scores and enter them into the scorecard, I want to offer a really important public service announcement on behalf of our friends at Downey Wenjack Fund. And they said to me, with all the smart people watching, and there are many of you, there must be some teachers out there. And God knows some of the smartest people in our world are teachers. And they're hoping I can do a bit of a push for a great program that they have called Legacy Schools. It's the Legacy Schools program. All you have to do is visit legacyschools.ca to sign up for a free toolkit for your class. So I'm going to share this link. I'll also share it on our Facebook page a little later on. If you are a teacher, or if you have a teacher in your life, or if you have a student in your life who has a teacher, please pass along this link, because this is the work that the Downey Wenjack Fund excels at, which is empowering through knowledge and education our awareness and our connection and our commitment to Indigenous issues. I'm going to pin that baby to the top as well. Karen, the third movie was Babel, B-A-B-E-L. Wow, Nick with some legal jargon being whipped out, reinforcing the correctness of that answer. That might be the most hotly contested question of the month. The Bronx did not expect that. So anyway, more importantly though, please check out legacyschools.ca. If you are a teacher, or if you have an educator in your life, or if you have a student in your life, really great resources. They're free. All you have to do is sign up on that website. And Downey Wenjack Fund hooks you up. All right, at this point, a couple things to do. Enter your score into the Google Doc. I see some teams have already done that, which is great. If you have not, I'll give you a couple more minutes. Also, I'm going to give you another, say, 30 seconds to make a donation if you have not done so at the link I shared. A lot of you have. We've blown past, as we tend to do in this amazing group of incredibly supportive and lovely people. We blew past our fundraising aim, our fundraising goal. We've now raised $5,330 for the Downey Wenjack Fund. And again, the prize pack tonight for the team that comes out, or not even team, this is individual, it's not team questions. You get the Downey Wenjack Fund gift pack, you get a 12-pack of steam whistle, and you get a pound of coffee from the amazing folks at Reunion Coffee who have been with us every step of the way throughout quizzing and quarantine. So I'm just going to give you a couple minutes to do that. If you want to make one final donation, you can do that. And then I'm going to share a link. Kathy, great question. Is it for all age levels? I should have, because obviously there's a whole team of people who work day in, day out on this amazing fund, and I am just their little guest for the month, helping to raise some awareness. Here is the description from the website. Legacy Schools program is a free national initiative to engage, empower, and connect students and educators to further reconciliation through awareness, education, and action. All schools across Canada are encouraged to join by signing up to the registration form below. They provide educational resources and program development for Legacy Schools to help ensure that the unique interests, rights, and perspectives of Indigenous peoples are recognized and implemented in schools and communities across Canada. I don't specifically see, and if there is anyone, I know there have been some folks from Downey Wenjack joining in every week. If you were on the chat and you want to weigh in as to what ages this is best for, but I'm pretty sure they're a pretty broad organization. So I'm thinking it's for students of all ages, but I could be wrong. Anyway, check it out at legacyschools.ca, great resource. All right, let's check our average score from round 3, which was the things I think you should know round 2, second time around. The average score for round 3 was 7. That seems to be a bit of a pattern here. And the average score for round 4, which was the movie round, some teams did very well, some teams struggled understandably, was 6, which means our current average score after 4 rounds of play is 27. Well done if you were scoring above 27. And well done if you were able to make a donation of $20 or more. I'm closing off, you can obviously still make a donation, but I'm closing off your ability to enter this round. And if you did make a donation, please click on this link. You have until the end of round 6 to complete this question. Please do not Google it. In fact, it would be hard to Google, but Jennifer, the round averages, for round 3, the average is 7, and then for round 4, the average is 6. For those who have donated, here we go. Here's the new Google form. The question is, in terms of square kilometers, how many square kilometers do combine the 10 largest islands in the world make up? Take a guess. The person closest to the correct answer. I sat down and did some serious math myself earlier, adding them all up. You cannot Bing it. You cannot Google it. You cannot Lycos it. You cannot ask Jeeves it. You got to use your own deduction or reasoning and figure out a guess. You'll have until the end of round 6. And again, you're getting this amazing prize pack. So if you made a donation, click that link. You have to fill out all the required fields and hit submit, and then we'll go through that at the end of the night. Got it? All right. I think we are ready to begin round 5 of the night, which is the before and after round. And there's a bit of a theme tonight, continuing with the fact that the Golden Globes are on Sunday. I thought I would keep that alive. Every single one of these before and after questions, the answers at least, include the name of a Golden Globe winner. Keep in mind that Golden Globes are for actors in film and actors on television, actors and actresses, if you want to be specific. But all the others same before and after rules apply. And if you're new to before and afters, it's basically taking 2 clues or 2 answers and combining them together. So if I said something, actually I'm imagining this guy's a Golden Globe winner, not really sure, but if I said something like the star of Mission Impossible rides a heat-seeking weapon, the answer would be Tom Cruise missile. Cruise missile, Tom Cruise, put it together. Tom Cruise missile. If I said something like the star, winner of a Golden Globe for her role in Mrs. Doubtfire, makes a cameo in a 1989 film starring Kevin Costner, the answer might be Sally Fields of Dreams. Or Sally Field of Dreams. Got it? Hopefully you'll figure it out before too long. Well, Jennifer, I wouldn't say that. What I'll say is that 1/2 of the answer is an actor or actress's name. Karen, I'll repeat the question, but the question is in the link that I just posted, which I'll pin now. But the question is just for the people who donate, the question is, add together the total area in square kilometers of all the 10 largest islands in the world and give me a number. There we go. Karen says fine. All right, here we go. Before and after round, you got it? Keep in mind Golden Globe winners, starting with number 1, before and after. Here we go. Satan's representative wins for Blue Jasmine in 2014. Question number 1. Satan's representative wins for Blue Jasmine in 2014. Here's question number 2. Perhaps one of my favorites of the round. Best Actress winner for Mrs. Brown gets wrapped in a corn tortilla, stuffed with chicken, and smothered in sauce. Salud. Question number 2 again. Best Actress winner for her role in Mrs. Brown gets wrapped in a corn tortilla, stuffed with chicken, and smothered in sauce. Salud. Question number 3, before and after. Best Actress winner for What's Love Got to Do With It builds, trades, and plays this popular board game. Some of these are tough tonight. I thought because I'm doing a thematic round, I'd make the clues a little tougher because obviously your frame of reference is narrowed already. Here again is number 3. Best Actress winner for her role in What's Love Got to Do With It builds, trades, and plays this popular board game. Question number 4. He won his only Golden Globe for his role on TV's Evening Shade. He would go on to have an affair with Alexander Hamilton, a tryst that would be famously documented in this publication. This might be the genius point in the round, meaning it is perhaps the toughest. Again, number 4. He won his only Golden Globe for his role on TV's Evening Shade. He would go on to have an affair with Alexander Hamilton, a tryst that would be famously documented in this publication. Question number 5. A 1990 dance hit by Technotronic becomes the anthem for this actor who won a Golden Globe for his role in 2018's The Disaster Artist. Question number 5 again. A 1990 dance hit by the band Technotronic becomes the anthem for this actor, who won a Golden Globe for his role in 2018's The Disaster Artist. Question number 6. He's too sexy for his shirt. Too sexy for his shirt, so sexy it hurts, but not too sexy to win a 1951 Golden Globe for his role in Three Little Words? Question number 6, again, the before and afters. He's too sexy for his shirt, too sexy for his shirt, so sexy it hurts, but not too sexy to win a 1951 Golden Globe for his role in Three Little Words. Question number 7. After winning a Golden Globe for his role after winning a Golden Globe for his role in On the Waterfront, he celebrates with a trip to this tiny independent principality situated in the Pyrenees Mountains. Number 7 again. After winning a Golden Globe for his role in On the Waterfront, he celebrates with a trip to this tiny independent principality situated in the Pyrenees Mountains. Here is question number 8. You avoid, or try to avoid, the fact that she was the most recent Canadian to win a Golden Globe by pretending the fact doesn't exist. That's kind of a tough one as well. It's a bit of a sandwich, before and after, if you know what I mean. Again, question number 8. You avoid, or try to avoid, the fact that she is the most recent Canadian to have won a Golden Globe by pretending the fact doesn't exist. Question number 9, before and after. She won her Golden Globe for playing a fictional CIA intelligence analyst, but despite those credentials, she still sometimes feels like she's got to run away. She's got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of her. It sounds like I was high when I wrote these questions, but I wasn't. As I read the back, they're more cryptic than I thought they would be when I originally wrote them. But hopefully some of you have been prepping over the course of this month and can get these. Question number 9 again. She won her Golden Globe for playing a fictional CIA intelligence analyst, but despite those credentials, she still sometimes feels she's got to run away. She's got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of her. Question number 10, the final before and after question in the round is this. She was happy to win her first and so far only Golden Globe in 2017 for La La Land. She'd be even happier if she could travel back in time to support LGBT rights at this 1969 event. Yeah, Jacob, there's a reason I write and ask the questions as opposed to ever compete. Those who can't do, teach. That's not fair, but that's somewhat appropriate in the world of trivia. Again, here's number 10, the last before and after in the round. She was happy to win her first and so far only Golden Globe in 2017 for La La Land. She'd be even happier if she could travel back in time to support LGBT rights at this 1969 event. I thought this was, when I set out to write these, I thought this was going to be too easy of a before and after round, but then I maybe overcompensated and made these too difficult. I don't know. We'll see when the average comes in. I feel like there are some people who will get this. If you're a movie buff and you know before and afters, this is your jam. But for others, it might be tough. But don't worry, I will go back and read each question one more time before we move on to the final round of the night. Here we go. Before and afters recap edition, starting with number 1. Satan's representative wins for Blue Jasmine in 2014. Question number 2. Best Actress winner for Mrs. Brown gets wrapped in a corn tortilla, stuffed with chicken, and smothered in sauce. Salud. I feel like I can't say that without drinking. Question number 3. Best Actress winner for What's Love Got to Do with It builds, trades, and plays this popular board game. Question number 4. He won his only Golden Globe for his role on TV's Evening Shade. He would go on to have an affair with Alexander Hamilton, a tryst that would be famously documented in this publication. Question number 5. A 1990 dance hit by Technotronic becomes the anthem for this actor who won a Golden Globe for his role in 2018's The Disaster Artist. Number 6. He's too sexy for his shirt. Too sexy for his shirt, so sexy it hurts. But not too sexy to win a 1951 Golden Globe for his role in Three Little Words. Question number 7. After winning a Golden Globe for his role in On the Waterfront, he celebrates with a trip to this tiny, independent principality situated in the Pyrenees Mountains. Question number 8. You avoid, or try to avoid, the fact that she is the most recent Canadian to win a Golden Globe by pretending the fact doesn't exist. Number 9, she won the Golden Globe, she won her Golden Globe for playing a fictional CIA intelligence analyst. But despite those credentials, she still sometimes feels like she's got to run away. She's got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of her. And finally, number 10, she was happy to win her first and so far only Golden Globe in 2017 for La La Land. She'd be even happier if she could travel back in time, though, to support LGBT rights at this 1969 event. All right, that wraps up the before and after round. We will now move on to the questions that make up the very final round of the night, the final Jeopardy round. These Jeopardy questions were broadcast on January 1st, 2010. Over 11 years ago now. That is crazy that was over 11 years ago. I'll read the categories and the clue twice and once at the end of the round. You need to write down the correct answer. They do not need to be in the form of a question. 1 point for every correct response. Here we go. Question number 1. The category, the New Testament. The clue. Always mentioned last in the list of Jesus' 12 disciples, he was the treasurer of the group. Question number 1, the category is the New Testament. And the clue, always mentioned last in the list of Jesus' 12 disciples, he was the treasurer of the group. Question number 2, the category, name the film. The clue, 2017, quote, I drink your milkshake. I drink it up. Question number 3, the category, skirting the issue. Basically, the category was about different types of skirts. The clue, on the original 90210, Donna wore this type of skirt to the prom. She couldn't sit down all night. Again, number 3, the category, skirting the issue, and the clue, on the original 90210, Donna wore this type of skirt to the prom. She couldn't sit down all night. Question number 4, the category, food and drink. The clue, in 2006, the Chicago City Council banned restaurants in the city from selling this goose liver dish. Number 4, the category, food and drink. The clue, in 2006, the Chicago City Council banned restaurants in the city from selling this goose liver dish. Question number 5, the category, time to eat, with the letters EAT in quotations, meaning they must appear, those letters, in the answer. Wilson, I will go back and repeat question 1. I'll repeat all the questions one more time at the end. Question number 5 again, time to eat in quotations. The clue, moss type used as fuel. Category again is time to eat, and the clue, moss type used as fuel. Question number 6, the category, 20th century artists. The clue, in 1958, he tripled up on his patriotic painting of 3 flags. 3 flags in quotations, meaning it's the name of the painting in question. Question number 6, again, the category is 20th century artists, and the clue, in 1958, he tripled up on his patriotic paintings of 3 flags. Question number 7, the category, Red Sox It To Me. The clue, on April 20th, 1912, the first game at this new venue went 11 innings and ended with a Red Sox win. Category again for number 7, Red Sox It To Me, and the clue, on April 20th, 1912, the first game at this new venue went 11 innings and ended with a Red Sox win. Question number 8, the category, pick a planet. The clue, it was the first to be discovered with the aid of the telescope. Category again is pick a planet. And the clue, it was the first to be discovered with the aid of the telescope. Question number 9, the category, the assassination of Lincoln. The clue, the 3-word Latin phrase yelled out by John Wilkes Booth while making his escape. Number 9, again, the category is the assassination of Lincoln. The clue, the 3-word Latin phrase yelled out by John Wilkes Booth while making his escape. Question number 10, the category, BC and after. This is sort of an amalgamation of, it's a before and after type of clue, but one half of the clue had to do with something in history before Christ, BC. The clue, wonderful giant statue of Helios that brings financial aid to study at Oxford. This is a tough one. Category again is BC and after. And the clue, wonder letters, the word wonder in quotations mean, but wonder doesn't need to and doesn't appear in the answer. Wonderful giant statue of Helios that brings financial aid to study at Oxford. And finally, the final Jeopardy question on this night, the 1st of January, 2010, over 11 years ago now. The category was Rose Bowl history, and the clue, the only time the game wasn't held in California was in 1942, when it was in North Carolina, amidst fears of another event like this one. The category is Rose Bowl history, and the clue, the only time the game wasn't held in California was in 1942, when it was in North Carolina, amidst fears of another event like this one. All right, we will go back now and fly through a repeating of the questions from the final Jeopardy round. I will remind you as well, if you have donated more than $20 tonight to the Downey One Jack Fund and you have not yet filled out your answer, your guess for the ultimate prize pack, please do so now, because that will close when I complete this round. Recapping the final Jeopardy round. Here we go. Question number 1, the category, the New Testament. The clue, always mentioned last in the list of Jesus' 12 disciples, he was the treasurer of the group. Number 2, the category, name the film. The clue, 2007, I drink your milkshake. I drink it up. Number 3, the category, skirting the issue. The clue, on the original 90210, Donna wore this type of skirt to the prom. She couldn't sit down all night. Number 4, the category, food and drink. The clue, in 2006, the Chicago City Council banned restaurants in the city from selling this goose liver dish. Number 5, the category is time to eat in quotations. The clue, a moss type used as fuel. Question number 6, the category, 20th century artist. The clue, in 1958, he tripled up on his patriotic painting of 3 flags. Question number 7, the category, red socks it to me. The clue, on April 20th, 1912, the first game at this new venue went 11 innings and ended with a Red Sox win. Number 8, the category, pick a planet. The clue, it was the first to be discovered with the aid of a telescope. Number 9, the category, the assassination of Lincoln. The clue, the 3-word Latin phrase yelled out by John Wilkes Booth while making his escape. Number 10, the category, BC and after. The clue, wonderful giant statue of Helios that brings financial aid to study at Oxford. And finally, final category is Rose Bowl history. And the clue, the only time the game wasn't held in California was in 1942 when it was in North Carolina amidst fears of another event like this one. All right, well done. Someone's asking a question in the chat about where do we enter our donation guess? Kevin, I'll share this link again. If you made a donation and you have a guess, please enter it in this Google Doc right. Kevin, take a look at that. Again, I'll go through the answers, then I'll tackle the other question. All right, starting back with the before and afters. This was a tough one. Thanks for bearing with me. I thought it was cute to do Golden Globe actors and actresses, but that might have proven complicated. Here we go. Number one, Satan's representative wins for Blue Jasmine in 2014. Blue Jasmine was I think a Woody Allen film starring an actress. And if you knew that, you might have gotten Devil's Advocate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett, spelled C-A-T-E. Devil's Advocate is a Satan's representative. So thus the answer, Devil's Advocate Blanchett or Kate Blanchett. Number two, one of my favorites just because it's fun to say. Best Actress winner for Mrs. Brown gets wrapped in a corn tortilla stuffed with chicken and smothered in sauce. The answer, Dame Judi Dench. Enchilada, obviously the food item I was describing. Judi Dench or Dame Judi Dench, the actress who won for Mrs. Brown. So Dame Judi Dench, Denchilada. That's, I think, how I want to say it. Black cat? No, Nick, unfortunately, I'm not going to accept that. Satan's representative? That's harsh on black cats. And that's also not how you spell Kate. Number three, Best Actress winner for What Love Got to Do With It, builds, trades, and plays this popular board game. The slogan of the game is actually builds, trades, settles, but that was too obvious. So the answer is Angela Bassett, Settlers of Catan. Angela Bassett, the actress who played Tina Turner in What's Love Got to Do With It. Settlers of Catan, popular board game. Question number four. His only Golden Globe role was on Evening Shade. He'd go on to have an affair with Alexander Hamilton, a tryst that would be famously documented in the in this publication. The answer, Burt Reynolds' pamphlet. I tried to do Ryan Reynolds and Debbie Reynolds. Surprisingly, neither of them have won a Golden Globe, but Burt Reynolds has. So the answer is Burt Reynolds' pamphlet, pamphlet. And yeah. Elliot, I did know that they dropped Settlers of, but let's be honest, that's still, I think, what people know it as. Question number five. 1990 dance hit by Technotronic becomes the anthem for this actor, won a Golden Globe for his role in 2018's The Disaster Artist. Remember this song? I thought it was on a Dance Mix album, but apparently it wasn't. Pump Up the James Franco. That song, remember? Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stomping and the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See? Because that's where the party's at, and you'll find out if you do that. Great song. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. Make my day. Yeah, the answer, Pump Up the James Franco. Number six, he's too sexy for a shirt, so sexy it hurts, but not too sexy for a 1951 Golden Globe for three little words. That'd be Right Said Fred Astaire. Those lyrics at the beginning of the clue are lyrics from I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred. Fred Astaire, the actor who won for his role in Three Little Birds, actually one of the first people ever to win a Golden Globe when the award show began. Jock James Franco. Oh, Jock Jams. Oh, you know what? Well, Jock Jams. That's tough. I think I will give you that, Kat. Jock Jams Franco. Because I think that is, Pump Up the Jam is kind of a jock jam. I'll give you that. Oh, people are hating me. Jock Jam's in a song. I'm accepting it. I made the decision. But it was on the Jock Jams album. Anyway, I'm going to accept it. I'm going to get hate for this. Moving on before I get too much hate. After winning, here's a bit more of an accessible one, I think. Raptors won. There you go, without Nick Nurse. Number 7, after winning a Golden Globe for his role in On the Waterfront, he celebrates with a trip to this tiny independent principality situated in the Pyrenees Mountains. The answer, Marlon Brandora. Marlon Brando, the actor, and Dora, the tiny principality in the Pyrenees. Marlon Brandora, the answer. Guys, listen to Jennifer. Just chill. Dude, if you allow jock jams, which is clearly wrong, you gotta also allow wrongs. 2 wrongs, don't make a right, Daniel. Question number 8. You avoid or try to avoid the fact that she was the most recent Canadian to win a Golden Globe by pretending the fact doesn't exist. This one's a little cryptic too. The answer, burying your head in the Sandra O, which once I read it out sounded a little crude, but I didn't mean it that way. Burying your head in the Sandra O. And believe it or not, no Canadian actress has won a Golden Globe in the history of the award show for a role on film. Hard to believe, eh? And Sandra Oh is only one of 2 Canadian actresses to win on TV. She has won, and now I'm blanking on who the other was. Anyway. Sandra Oh, no, she didn't. Sandra Omission. Oh, I like that. But that's not the answer. I just like the sound of it. That does not. No. Sandra, oh no. No, because you're trying to avoid a fact. Like, I don't think, oh no, that's too broad. Sandra, oh no, I'm not accepting. I'm only allowing myself criticism over 2 questions in a night. I've already hit that quota. Sandra, omit. That's not a bad one too, but it's not how you spell it. All right, moving on. I'm only accepting burying your head in the Sandra O. Moving on to number 9. I also like this one. She won her Golden Globe for playing a CIA intelligence analyst, and then I did a bunch of lyrics from a Soft Cell song. And if you got that reference, the answer you might know is Jessica Chastained Love. Jessica Chastain winning for her role in Zero Dark 30, and Tainted Love, the song by Soft Cell that I quoted the lyrics from. Oh, thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. We're all here on the same team. I love the enthusiasm and the passion people have over a single point of trivia. And people just want to win their Steam Whistle beer and their reunion coffee, so you can't blame them for getting intense. Here we go. Final question of the night. Final point in this round, rather. She was happy to win her first and only Golden Globe so far for La La Land. She'd be even happier if she could travel back in time to support LGBT rights at this 1969 event. The answer, Emma Stonewall Riots. Emma Stonewall Riots is the answer for number 10. I hope we're all friends after this, guys. That was an intense round. Moving on to Final Jeopardy, which you can't dispute because, again, I didn't write these answers. This is the only round of the night I don't write. New Testament, who's always mentioned last in the disciples, and who was the treasurer of the group? Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot. The 2007 film with the quote, "I drink your milkshake," is "There will be blood." There will be blood. Number 3, skirting the issue. The type of skirt Donna wore in 90210 was a hoop skirt. A hoop skirt. Number 4, food and drink. In 2006, the Chicago City Council banned restaurants in the city from selling what? Goose liver dish? That would be foie gras. Foie gras. Number 5, the type of moss used as fuel is peat moss. Peat is the answer. 20th century artist who tripled up on his patriotic painting 3 Flags? Jasper Johns. If you just wrote down Johns, you get a point, though it is Jasper Johns. Number 7, Red Sox It To Me. The new venue that opened in April of 1912 was Fenway Park. They still play there to this day. Oldest park in the MLB, I believe. that or Wrigley. Number 8, pick a planet. It was the first to be discovered with the aid of a telescope. Uranus, obviously. Number 10. Oh, sorry, number 9. Assassination of Lincoln. 3-word Latin phrase yelled out by John Wilkes Booth while making his escape after assassinating President Abraham Lincoln. In English, it was translated to "thus always to tyrants," but the phrase, 3-word phrase, "sic semper tyrannis." Number 10. Wonderful giant statue of Helios that brings financial aid to study at Oxford. The answer, the Colossus of Rhodes Scholarship. Rhodes Scholarship. The answer, the Colossus of Rhodes, the wonder of the world, and the statue, giant statue. And finally, the final Jeopardy question on this night in January of 2010. The category was Rose Bowl history. The clue was the only time the game was not held in California was in 1942 when it was in North Carolina, amid fears of an event much like the attack on Pearl Harbor. All right. 2 things that you have to be doing right now, most of you at least. Input your scores from the final 2 rounds in the Google Doc. We will determine who it is that's getting first prize, second prize, and penultimate. First prize tonight, getting a 12-pack of steam whistle. Second place tonight, getting 2 pounds of delicious coffee from our friends at Reunion Coffee on Roncy. Thanks for the lovely t-shirt as well, if you can see it. And penultimate, getting a 12-pack of steam whistle. And tonight, obviously, the real focus is on this grand prize pack, which we will determine in just a second. So please enter your final scores in the original Google Doc. I will open up. I'm hoping that 35 responses. We had 35 people dig deep and donate to Downey Wenjack, which is incredible, which brings our fundraising goal up to an incredibly impressive $5,355 for the Downey Wenjack Fund. I had the question was, what is the total landmass in square kilometers of all 10 of the world's largest islands? This is not an easy one. We had some very good guesses. I do have that. Hold on 1 second. I wrote it down over here. Wow. We have, I'll just give the span. We had a guess all the way from 26,000 square kilometers to all the way up to 16 million square kilometers. So a real hodgepodge, a real spectrum. And the winner tonight, and thank you so much, all these incredible 35 people donating money for an incredible cause. But I'm proud and excited to announce that the winner of this epic prize pack, including a hoodie, a toque, a pin from Downey Wenjack, 12 steam whistle beers, and a pound of coffee from Reunion Coffee is Michael Smith. Congratulations, Michael. You are going home, or will be sent, or will somehow get it to you, this incredible, incredible prize pack. Close runner-up, very close, just below with a guess of, oh, I should say, the actual number is 6,050,936 square kilometers. Runner-up is Sean Kalecki, very close, Sean, with a guess of 5.4 million. And in third place, Martin Schmeen, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, of Batmouse, Batmoose, who guessed 7.1 million. Oh, we also had a very close guess, I should note, Taylor Brush and Justin Burrow Burns both guessed around 5 million. So well done, all of you folks. Ramada as well guessed 7.1, but it is Michael Smith with the winning guess. So congratulations, Michael. All right, moving on to the prizes for the team prizes tonight. Round 6 score. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, the bonus is just for tiebreakers. The final Jeopardy question goes into the round 6 score. Let me share that link again, Kendra, if you're looking for it. Here, if anyone has not entered their final score, now is the time to do it. I'll give you another 10 seconds to do it while I go in and figure out here who's getting the points and the prizes. And please, if you don't follow us yet on social media, please do, because I will hopefully be announcing some exciting things about the future of Quizzing in Quarantine in the coming days, weeks. We'll see when we're back. There's a talk of a special St. Paddy's Day edition. We're working on something for that, which could be really exciting, which would be on a Wednesday, but you know, it's St. Paddy's Day, so it may as well be a Friday. Also looking at maybe coming back for some Fridays in March, maybe doing a big one-year anniversary party on the 19th of March, which will signify exactly 1 year to the day that we began Quizzing in Quarantine, doing this from home. So please stick close to social media, because that's where you can find out what's happening. So if you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff, that'll give you all the information you need in order to find out when we're coming back. And we will be back. This is too much fun to not do this more until our lives slightly get back to normal. All right, very strong showing tonight. In case you're wondering what the average score was, as I mentioned, after the first 4 rounds of play, our average score was 27. The average score in round number 5, which was the before and after round, which was tough, was 5. Makes sense. There was not an easy round to do. And round 6, which is the Jeopardy round, the average score was 6 as well. Meaning the average score tonight overall was 39. So if you scored above 39, you are doing very, very well. It also means that if you scored above 39, you are definitely in the top 10 tonight, which we'll get to in a second. But before I do that, I will announce the winner of the penultimate prize. And even before I do that, I do just want to give a couple special shout outs to some special people who really make this night amazing, especially this month. And the folks at Danny Wenjack, I've had the pleasure of supporting this organization, which has meant a lot, because obviously, as you can tell, I'm a big hip fan, and so honored to be working to help support and continue the legacy of Gord Downey and Jeannie Wenjack. And please, if you haven't yet and you want to support them, do check out legacyschools.ca. And thank you so much to everyone at Downey Wenjack for allowing us to work with you this month. And that relationship would not have been possible. Steam Whistle has been with us since the beginning. And when I approached them about formally presenting this month, they said yes, but only if we can empower another organization, another group. And they chose Downey Wenjack due to their longstanding relationship. So Thank you so much to Steam Whistle, and especially Tim McLaughlin, who's been a champion of this event since the beginning. It's meant so much, and we really appreciate you guys being on board, and hopefully we'll get a chance to work together soon on more Quizzing in Quarantine. And as well, obviously, thanks to you guys, the people who join in every Friday and make this event successful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep following for news about what is to come. On now to the prizes. Penultimate prize tonight, it was a battle, but one team rose above the rest, or maybe sank beneath the rest, however you want to look at it, to win our penultimate prize. Very honorable, very impressive score for penultimate. But they are in second last tonight, but they're not going home empty-handed. And I love this team name because it brings back childhood memories. Congratulations, a 12-pack of beer from Steam Whistle is going to Fit for the Pit. Well done. Send me an email or I'll contact you and we'll get you a 12-pack of Steam Whistle beer. Well done. On the other side of the leaderboard, again, the average score tonight was 39. In order to make it into the top 10, you had to score 48 or above, which is really impressive, especially because there were a lot of cryptic clues and a lot of cryptic questions tonight. But I am proud to say that those teams that are qualifying or registering in the top 10, tied in 10th place tonight, we have D's Nuts. They're tied with Back and Forth and Portal Pilgrims. Congratulations. The three of you are tied in 10th place. In 9th place tonight, two teams tying for 9th. We have You're a Quizzard Harry and Batmoose and the Quizly Bears tied in 9th place. In 8th place, a couple teams, 4 teams, in fact, tied for 8th. We have Tit Soup for the Quarantine Soul, Per Adua Ad Astera Zeneca in 8th place, along with Thigh Masters of the Universe and Monocle Whores. Congratulations, you guys are in 8th place tonight. In 7th place, we have a tie between Tuzul for School and Burr, It's Cold in Here. In 6th place tonight, a two-way tie between Livin' Covida Loca and Threat Level Midnight. Well done. In 5th place tonight, we've got two teams tied in 5th. We've got Beef Tenderloin and Sic Semper Uranus. Well done, Sic Semper. They've changed their name to one crude thing to another, yet still did very well. 5th place tonight. Tied in 4th place tonight. We have two teams tied in 4th. We have Circle, Circle, Dot, Dot, Wish I Had My COVID Shot. We also have COVID 69. Congratulations. In 3rd place tonight, we have two teams tied for 3rd with a very impressive 56. We've got What We Have Here is a Failure to Inoculate and Jackie COVID Channing Tatum. Congratulations, you guys are tied for 3rd. In 2nd place tonight, and these teams are going to have to battle it out to figure out who is going home with the prize of 2 pounds of delicious reunion coffee. We have Nautical Quizaster and also Happy Birthday Brian, halfway to 60. You folks are tied for 2nd. You're going to have to answer this tiebreaker question and answer it in the bonus question field in the original scorecard. You're going to have to say, why don't we do this? Sandra O's current age plus, who else did we have there? Why don't we do Sandra O plus James Franco? Those two ages added together, what number you arrive at, whoever's closest will get the 2 pounds of Steam Whistle, 2 pounds of reunion coffee. And alone in 1st place tonight, ahead of the pack with a very impressive score of 59. Very well done to Not in Mackay's Backyard, winning 12-pack of Steam Whistle beer. All right, and with that, folks, we wrap up our February of Quizzing and Quarantine. Stay tuned to find out when we'll be back. Could it be next Friday? I don't know. We'll find out. But thank you so much to everybody who's made an effort to be here each Friday. I hope that everyone is staying sane, taking care of each other. Make sure to call the people in your life who maybe need a little extra love and attention during this bizarre and kind of shitty time. If you want a little bit of optimism, I think we're 23 days away from spring. So that's a good thing. Anyway, congratulations again. I'll check the chat, make sure I'm not missing out on anything. We made the goal, Jennifer. Not only did we make the goal, we blew freaking past it. We raised $5,355 to the Danny Wenjack Fund, which is absolutely incredible. Happy birthday, Brian. Enjoy 30. Thanks, John. Hope for Jennifer. That is definitely the trending hashtag out of this month. And keep in mind, yeah, keep an eye on all the socials. We will be back at some point. Just don't know when. Oh, I gotta figure out the second. I'm sorry, I'm almost wrapping up and not figuring out who's getting that second place prize. Let me see here. And we don't have guesses yet. We need a guess from Nautical Quizaster and a guess from Happy Birthday Brian. You guys need to tell me the current age of James Franco plus the current age of Sandra O. I'll give you another 5 seconds to guess. James Franco's age. No, you can't type it here, Brian. Brian, you got to enter it. Our guy just did. Oh, okay. Well, hold on, Brian. Let me see if the other team has submitted their guess. And if they've submitted their guess, then I guess I can let you guys. Okay, we got a guess from the first team. So what's your guess, Brian? Jordan doesn't believe it's a bear. This one? It's definitely a bear. Oh, the light's kind of messed up. Look at that. It's a Gordani bear. Okay, Brian guessed 91. And the other team, Nautical Quizaster, guessed 90. The actual age, James Franco, I thought he was younger than this, but he's 42. Sandra O is 49, meaning 91 is the correct answer, meaning Brian, happy birthday, buddy. You're getting 2 pounds of Union coffee on your birthday. No better way to celebrate 30s. Congratulations. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for joining in, to you and your team. Congratulations, Brian, and congratulations to everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. We have 44 subscribers now, which is 444. All right. Well, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much. Have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will do this again real soon. Thank you so much.